What if someone told you that your whole life was a lie? Hello there. My name is Stanley. I am also known as employee number 427. My job is to push buttons on a keyboard. Orders came from my computer telling me what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. Except all of that was just a ruse. Now this just might be hard to believe, but right now, I'm being trapped inside of a video game. Not even I am real. At least I think I'm that real. Anyways, this game is a game where you make choices, decisions, and have a narrator constantly talk inside of your mind. You can either make the right choice or the wrong choice. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, this game is called the Stanley Parable. Now you're probably wondering where I'm at right now. Well, I'll show you. This is me, right now, standing in front of two doors, waiting to make a decision. Should I go through the left door or the right door? That's what I think in my head every time I stand in front of these doors, looking like a statue when I think. Except the thing is, that's not me. Well, I mean, it is me, but it's not. What you're looking at right now is my player model, what I actually look like. Let me show you where I am from my perspective. There, that's where I'm at right now, above the map, I think. To be honest, I don't even know where I am. All I know is that I'm somewhere where I'm not supposed to be. I'm outside of the game, looking down at myself. It feels like years have gone by, and here I am slowly going insane the more time passes. And you know what's strange? I'm not even talking to anyone right now. I'm talking to myself. Yep, just sitting here doing nothing, doing something, walking around, doing nothing still. Sometimes I'll even look at my own face and think to myself, wow, do I really look like a wimp? I don't even have my inhaler with me. Well, I mean, I do, I just haven't used it in a while. I actually almost forgot it was there in the first place. Anyways, I bet you're wondering how I got here, in this space above the map. Well, I'll tell you, and even though I'm talking to no one, I'm just... I don't even know anymore. Anyways, without further ado, this is the true story of the Stanley Parable. So here's how my life usually goes. It's morning. I'm in my apartment. I then wake up from my bed in a, well, not so good bedroom, but hey, at least it's cozy. I then exit my bedroom into the living area, where I see my wife cooking a morning breakfast. I sit on a couch and usually my wife says something like, "Oh, good morning, sleepyhead," or, "Oh, you're up," or, well, this is before I didn't know she wasn't real. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I eat my breakfast and I watch TV before I go to work. After I eat my breakfast, I turn off the TV, brush my teeth, get my uniform on, and do all the other necessary things I do before I go to work. I kiss my wife goodbye. She says, "Have a nice day at work, sweetie." I then lock the door of my apartment, which is apartment 427. I mean, of course it is. Oh, and also, my apartment is built into the place I work at, so basically I live at my job, like I do now. Anyways, I head into the elevator, pick the floor I want, and then head to work. So here I am, just sitting in an elevator, waiting for my stop. Once I get out of the elevator, I walk into my workplace. Here I was mind controlled, thinking that I love working at this place, but now I clearly don't. I don't even know what this company does, or why it exists in the first place. I assume it's to perfect mind control over everyone I know. After I exit the waiting room, once I came out of the elevator, I walk past the reception desk, which was right next to my boss's office. And every time I walk past that desk, the reception lady tells me that my boss wants to see me. I entered the boss's office, and I see him just sitting there at his desk, looking straight into my eyes. I then walked towards his desk, and he tells me, "Please, sit down." I sit down on the couch, and he looks me dead in the eye and says this: "Now tell me, Stanley, do you like working here?" I say, "Yes, sir." He then says, "I've been looking at your file, and you seem to be doing an amazing job pushing buttons." I say, "Thank you, sir." He then asks, "Say, is pushing buttons your favorite thing to do in the entire world?" I say, "Yes, sir, it is my favorite thing to do in the entire world." He then says this: "So Stanley, I want to ask you a question. What is the most important thing you have in your entire life? Your wife or your job?" I then say, "My job, sir." And he says, "Good. Let's keep it that way. You can leave now." I then walk out of his office and head straight to my office. Now, the path to my office is simple, easy in fact. However, there are obstacles that get in my way, and this must be the weirdest obstacle ever that's happened in my life. After I walk down the stairs and head into the next door, I encounter the broom closet. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, ever since I first came here, there's been a strong connection with me and the broom closet. Almost like a demon was calling my name and leading me there. I fight the urge to go inside the broom closet for a whole 2 minutes and get back on track. After violently getting away from the broom closet, I walk through the meeting room and into another hallway until I reach the room with the 2 doors. I then walk out of the left door and into the door in the back of the room, where I head on past one work area and into my work area. This is the place where me and my coworkers work at. Some employees get their own office, while some get a desk in the middle of the room. I, however, get my own office. Each employee is known by a number. The employees that have their own office are employee number 428, number 429, number 430, and number 437. The ones in desks are employee number 431 through 436. I am employee number 427, and this is my office. Now, this office has your usual standard office supplies, like a desk, a computer, some filing cabinets, a clock, a pencil sharpener, a phone, and etc. etc. Here I just work on my computer all day long, doing nothing but push buttons. Sometimes I'll even take a break and head into the room with the 2 doors, and head into the door on the right, where me and my coworkers relax in the employee lounge. Sometimes we even grab a soda or 2. And after I'm done for the day, I head on home, maybe watch some TV and eat some dinner that my wife made me, and go straight to bed. And that is everything that happens to me every single day, from the moment I wake up out of bed to the moment I sleep in bed. Nothing changes at all in my life, almost like I'm in an endless loop. Until one day, something changed. After finally getting out of that endless loop of me working all day, something different happened, which affected the rest of my life. Forever. It was just a normal day at work, almost like every other day in my life, until one of my coworkers, who was employee number 428, knocked on my door and wanted to show me something. He came into my office with a USB drive in his hand. He said it was a gift from my father. Now I don't know if this is real or not, but apparently my father works at a secret research facility where he does secret government stuff. Okay, I don't know exactly what he does, but that's all I know. And if you're wondering where my mother is, she died the moment I was born. Anyways, my coworker said that this USB drive contained a mod from some video game. I don't know what game it was, but my father made the mod. My coworker then told me that this mod was actually about me and the place I work at. The name of this mod was called the Stanley Parable.exe. My coworker said that he already played this mod, as well as every other of my coworkers. I then decided to check it out. I then put in the USB drive into my computer, and after waiting for my computer to load, I then booted up the mod, and well, that's when things started to get really interesting with this mod. And then I started to play. The mod started with a narrator explaining what I do in my everyday life. The weird thing was that he got all the details right about my job. Now, the mod doesn't exactly match my workplace, but it got the path right. When I got to the room with the 2 doors, I went to the door on the left, which took me to the employee lounge. Now, normally the employee lounge is supposed to be on the door on the right, except this time it replaces the meeting room. There wasn't even a broom closet. I then went upstairs into the boss's office, except the boss wasn't there. Instead, I was shown a keypad right beside his desk, which led me to a secret underground room full of monitors, which watched all of my coworkers. Then I found a control panel, which mind controlled every employee in the building. I looked up and there was a machine above it, giving it power. I then found my way to 2 valves. One valve disabled the machine, and the other engaged the machine. I turned off the machine and escaped the building where I was free. After I beat the mod, I then realized that there was more than one path to choose. So I restarted the mod, and I got a bunch of different endings. One ending has me being blown up by a nuclear reactor. That is, if I engage the machine. Another ending has me walk into a looped room where I go insane and die if I go downstairs instead of upstairs. Going through the right door instead of the left gives me another ending, where I go up an elevator and, well, get squished by some kind of squisher or squishing machine. Anyways, going down the elevator leads me to a room with a red door and a blue door. Going through the red door puts me back in my office, where I just, die. But anyways, going through the blue door has me being transported to another video game, probably the one that this mod is made from. I then find a glitch where I get transported back to my workplace, and the game just ends. One thing I noticed while playing this was that the narrator seems to be breaking the fourth wall sometimes, and doesn't like when I make the wrong decision or the wrong choice. I didn't think too much about it. After I quit the mod, I then told employee number 428 about my experience, but the weird thing was that he had no idea what I was talking about. He said that the only ending he and every other coworker that played this mod was the ending where I turned off the machine and I was free. I was a little confused because, like, it was a little weird how I was the only one who got all the endings, yet everyone else only got one. But then I didn't really think too much about it at the time. After that, I unplugged the USB drive and just kept it right next to my desk. And after I was done working for the day, I went home, I did the usual, and, well, then I just went to bed. But then, the next day, is when my story truly begins.